I'm going through the door. I will drop my form. I just kind of peek around the corner a little bit, just make sure they're all there.
Yeah.
And I will stinking cloud all of them.
These two guys immediately just kind of like cover their mouths and pull up this little bit of material they have around their chest plate armor to cover their mouth. The rest of them start hacking up. One of them starts just vomiting all over the ground. He has a helmet on, so it's kind of like strained through. It's awful.
Oh! Yeah.
Vedmire himself kind of backs against the wall and just trying to like just get it to leave the area, but it's just this thick cloud. It's slowly moving away.
I will duck under the table.
Okay.
So they think that's where I went.
Okay.
And then dimension door to the roof.
You're now up on the rooftop. There's rain pouring down. You're immediately soaked from the heavy storm that's now coming into Whitestone.
You know what? I'll just try it. I will fire breath potion myself.
You feel as if like this need to belch is burbling within your stomach, and at any given point in time, you could let that belch fly forward.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of lean over the side and just scorch the whole front entrance as much as I can.
Okay. As you let the belch out, it comes out in a large spray of orange, yellow, and red flames that blankets the front of the building, catching flames on all the portions of the front part of the second and parts of the first story.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's amazing.
You're doing so well.
Great.
Not that we ever do.
Yeah.
So I'll run over to the back side of the house and do the same thing.
Okay. Both sides of the house now appear to be on fire. Looking over your shoulder, you can see now there's a pillar of black smoke rising up from the front of the building.
Okay.
You also do see on the opposite side a hatch slam open, and you see a giant, meaty Goliath hand.
Oh no! Shit!
Oh!
Now stepping out into the rain, you see the Goliath Duke Vedmire step up with his two-handed sword.
Big B's hand! So I call forth Big B's hand, and I will force him off the roof.
Yeah!
Please kill everybody.
As the hand shoves him, he goes pushed off to this side. The hand, he seems holding against it, but the hand eventually scoops him up and actually gets him off of his feet and like shock puts him off the roof. He plummets backward off the side of the roof, and you wait a second to hear.
Just gonna. I'm jumping in the rain. So I'm gonna jump off. I'm going to simultaneously make Big B's hand try to catch me.
In the moment that you expect ground to meet you with a heavy, hard smack of reality, a soft cushion of arcane energy catches you as these kind of spiritual, purplish fingers curl around and gently bring you to the ground.
Baymax.
Don't get handsy, Big B.
I like that Scanlan takes out an entire house,
Dude,
and we're all probably
you
gonna
were
die.
fucking Rambo just then. You were Scanlan
You're a
Rambo.
legend. You're officially a legend.
Do you have any red cloth you can tear off and tie around your forehead?
Because you're.
Do this.
Is your beret still on?
Yes.
I never got a beret. Did I get a beret?
You did get a beret. I thought you
Who
got a
got? I
beret.
wanted a
That was
beret.
outstanding.
All right.
Yes.
I approve of this greatly.
I just fucking bust through.
The doors slam open, you guys rush in for a second, there's nothing immediately within your range, and you look up and see an entire array of guards all trained upon you and Trinket.
I'll drop the wind wall and cast Sunbeam and just eyes flashing light, just
As you release the wind wall, the mist immediately begins to push its way this way out of the room. However, you catch it, your eyes glow, and as you release your hand forward, a blast of pure sun energy shoots forth from your hands. You see it burning the back wall like a big, thick laser. Just and as the mist tries to escape, you catch up to it, and you hear this faint, echoing, screeching cry as the mist immediately is evaporated on impact. Mud for about
And
2
I
feet.
act like I have another. I can attack him again. I say, stop!
Make an intimidation check.
Natural 20!
Watching his friend fall and slide in the mud, he stops where he stands and looks over his shoulder, slowly turning around, shaking. What do you want?
If you want to help me find the Briarwoods, I really want to know where the Briarwoods are. Not you.
They're in the bloody castle. Where else would they be?
In or under?
They spent equal parts in both, as far as I know. We've all been working for the Briarwoods. They mean well. They have big plans, I know that. I don't know the details of it, they don't tell us. We were supposed to stop this insurrection. These people. We rounded up folks. We were given basic descriptions, and we hung people against the sun tree as a warning. We hoped it wouldn't come to any sort of conflict, that you would take that as a means that you weren't supposed to be here. Tyleri, Vedmire, we waited for a signal, and we heard that you were planning an attack, so we set up guards here. We prepared, and sure enough, you showed up. So let us know that our contacts are good.
Let's back this up a little bit. You hung people from the sun tree.
Yeah, as a warning.
Where I saw that child. I slit his throat.
I go upstairs and I get Percy up against a wall. I turn her around and slam against a wall. Are you alright?
I think so.
Look me in the eye, Percy.
I feel cruel, but in control. This is controllable at the moment.
And you can see his hands are still shaking a little bit. And as you look down at his hands, you also see the smoke is still kind of slowly swirling his ankle.
I'm fine, for now. I'll let you know if... You'll know if I'm not.
I will.
Yes.
I cast my Skywrite spell, and I use the smoke in the distance, and just start, like, as it's rising up into the sky, start drawing out the Dorolo family crest across in the smoke.
Oh, something's happening! Something's happening in the sky.
That's me.
I think it's a magic wielder of some sort. Something. I must flee.
Eventually make your way to the center of the town square. There is, across the way on the opposite side, what appears to be, in mid-struggle, one zombie giant that's has a series of spears or javelins sticking out of its torso. It's currently swatting at a group of individuals that have torches in the rain, still trying to kind of get up towards it and push it backward. From this angle, you see what looks to be 8 ropes currently just dangling free from the sun tree.
It became...
all the ropes are very finely cut. You see ahead of you, coming from the central roadway into the square of the town, you can only surmise to be anywhere from 30 to 50 armored skeletal entities that are pouring from the north.
Okay, I climbed the sun tree.
Wait, what? We gotta get out of here.
Keyleth, tell us what you're thinking, because the rest of us
We
are
gotta
thinking
get outta
it's time
here.
to go.
You and
A little ahead of where they originate, and I'm gonna start making an ice storm.
I'm also just trying to stay underneath her as best I can.
Okay.
Stop looking up her skirt, brother.
She's good.
Suddenly, you see some of the clouds above you begin to funnel downward, and a few bolts of electricity through it. As the funnel hits, it grows dark, and then all of a sudden, this cold wind begins to swirl around it. And with that, the cloud almost seems to tear open within itself, and a sheet of jagged ice and sleet begins to pour downward into the center of this undead horde. As it does, you can see probably a good 25, 30 of these are just blown apart.
Now we can run.
Good job. I grab the back of her shirt and yank her backwards.
Okay, a skeletal army swarming the center of the square and pouring into the streets. It seems that the Briarwoods had their own reserve anti-riot campaign at the ready.
We can't go, we can't go!
We have to go.
We
We
have
have
to.
nothing left.
And with that, we're going to conclude the